Welcome back, my beautiful friends. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. I am your host, Zen Sams. Welcome back to our Crypto Frontier segment brought to us by CCP Digital. And today we are featuring our regular contributor, CEO of CCP Digital, Chris Pulley. He is joined by actor, crypto enthusiast, and influencer Mike Boornazian. Today we're chatting about how consumer watchdog and regulator Tina.org, popularly known as Truth in Advertising, has recently published a statement calling out famous Hollywood celebrities for NFT shilling. Now, this basically means being misleading while endorsing NFT projects on social media. The published blog allegedly accuses several celebrities, including Justin Bieber and Reese Witherspoon, of actively endorsing NFT projects on their social media without disclosing their connection with the endorsed NFT projects. The statement further added how the watchdog has investigated celebrities who had earlier promoted NFTs on social media and found that the area is, quote, rife in deception, in a sense that these celebrities have not revealed their personal connection with the projects, which might be misleading to the masses. And among the star-studded list are sports stars Floyd Mayweather and Tom Brady, music icons Eminem and Snoop Dogg, and several actresses, including Gwyneth Paltrow, all of whom have been sent letters urging them to immediately disclose any material connections they have to NFT companies or brands that they have promoted, stating the promoter often fails to disclose material connection to the endorsed NFT company. Now, for those of you unfamiliar, NFTs are digital certificates stored on the blockchain, proving ownership of a digital or physical asset. Fairly simple. Here to chat some more are Chris and Mike. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for being here. Chris, I'm going to dive right in. I'll start with you. While no real legal penalty has been attached, Tina.org noted that it sent these letters to the celebrities involved, and they outlined their grievances and advised them of the potentially harmful effects shilling NFTs can have, not only on the public, but on the marketplace. And one of the group's primary concerns outlined in the letters is that the possible financial risks associated with investing in such speculative digital assets are not being disclosed. What do you say to this?
I think it's fantastic, really. I mean, it's just about, a full disclosure environment makes everybody feel a lot more comfortable and safe. I don't know that this is new, by the way. I mean, just because now we have NFT to attach and it's a hot topic. But I think this is a topic of celebrity endorsements that are, not disclosed as a sponsorship or something of that nature. I mean, in digital advertising, this is a world where disclosure and full transparency is super important, even in our media, such as yourself. You would never promote a product and get paid for it without disclosing it's a sponsor or you have some paid affiliation. It just seems common sense, but it obviously Tina's doing a good job over there at Tina.org to support this, where the audience at least knows, right? It's almost not fair to think, hey, they're really into this and not realize they were just paid to say something.
Right. Yes, exactly. I couldn't agree more. In order for this industry to really thrive, we need more transparency and more regulation. Mike, this brings a great question up for you. Celebrities at this point right now could be violating the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC rules regarding the use of endorsements and testimonials in advertising. You are an influencer, so you're aware of this stuff. But the advocacy group links the FTC website, which outlines that influencers must disclose any material connections to brands they are endorsing and make the disclosures clear, unambiguous, conspicuous, and within the endorsement. So far, there hasn't been a case of any publicized cases of celebrities facing any legal penalties for shilling NFTs or crypto, but soon there might be. What is your take on this, and should actors be jumping into this?
I honestly think that it's such a tricky situation because it's the first of its kind. To build on what Chris said, it's very much so just like consumer marketing, in the sense of, like, when we see on even Instagram, I'll use for example, as we see actors, athletes, celebrities post different things, oftentimes we see that there must be a paid partnership label or sponsored or ad or something to indicate that the individual is working with the brand in some kind of like cohesive affiliation. Now, the more that it's tricky, because obviously a lot of these utilities, a lot of the celebrities that have these NFTs, they do offer utility behind them. So sometimes they will promote things that fans do want to pay for in terms of an experience. So sometimes that can actually have value, but where it gets tricky is that, the more that someone like a Justin Bieber with a massive following posts something, then obviously you have fans that are going to purchase, that are going to drive the coin up. So it's obviously great, I believe, that Tina steps in and shows ways to regulate this. I do understand why celebrities can kind of maybe get a bad look, and it's not necessarily their fault that they have a following and that they do believe in something. But at the same time, when it's done with ill intention and it's meant to essentially almost start up a rug pull, that right there can be very, very tricky.
Yeah, and you're right. And right now there's a lot of lawsuits left and right. There's a lot of ongoing class action suits, most famously against Elon Musk for his endorsement of Dogecoin, and even Mark Cuban for promoting Voyager crypto products. So it's getting rough out there. But the SEC says don't listen to celebrities. Chris, in 2017, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission warned investors about celebrity-backed initial coin offerings in a post on their website. And the post read, investors should note that celebrity endorsements may appear unbiased, but instead may be part of a paid promotion. All right, that was what they placed out there in a big banner. How can we assess the authentic, profitable, and real projects, Chris, from the fake ones?
Well, I think that the route that Tina.org is taking is part of that, and just being a full disclosure. I think that whoever's managing the celebrity's account, or if they're doing it themselves, they just need to be honest about their position. And it seems awfully simple. And I think it might be just even overlooked how simple it is just to be transparent. It may even strengthen the position of the promotion in a lot of cases. So to me, it just doesn't make sense to try to to hide or to shelter the fact that somebody's getting compensated.
Right.
It just seems normal that a celebrity would have some compensation for a promotion. And
well, what about from the flip side, as a consumer? If I want to invest, or if I want to look at an NFT project and it's celebrity backed, what are some of the steps that I can take research wise to really mitigate my chances of getting scammed or falling into a scheme or anything?
First of all, make sure you want the NFT. I mean, just for face value. It's look at it as a collectible, or the utility of an experience that comes with a collectible. And just be buying it for face value, and not about how much you can turn around and sell it for tomorrow. That's probably the first recommendation, is to really follow your own personal interest and desires, and then do the homework. Get to the project's website, and who are the founders, and are they disclosing who they are? Do they have a LinkedIn profile or not, or are they completely hidden behind the scenes? For example, in the celebrity realm, we talked about it before, that Sylvester Stallone is running his own NFT project on his own personal name brand, and that he's taking this very seriously. And I don't even think the sale has even happened yet, because they were concerned about getting everything right and making sure that the offer to the audience was going to be fulfilled, and also have a successful campaign at the same time. But that's access to Sly and really credible
camp behind that. Our good friend Joel Comm over there from the Bad Crypto podcast and the Nifty Show, and we have Travis Wright. Although we have a huge group of big enthusiasts, investors, and really keynote speakers that understand the space. So of course the Sly Guy project is one of the more credible ones. But I want to jump back into the conversation here, because according to the SEC, celebrities and even influencers using social media to encourage their followers to purchase stocks or other investments could be unlawful if they don't disclose the nature, the source, and even the amount of any compensation paid directly or indirectly. So big red flag out there to my Hollywood peeps. Mike, winning time. Congratulations. The rise of the Lakers dynasty. So this is a television series currently airing on HBO detailing the beginning of how that particular Lakers dynasty came to be. You play Brad Holland in the 10-episode series. Now you are, I have to say this, you're 6'5" and 200 pounds. You also have a huge amount of followers on social media, so you are an influencer yourself. You flew to Miami recently to promote your NFT line. We have about 2 minutes. Talk to me about this and give us some insight on how you got involved.
No, thank you so much. It was really cool. So, prior to Winning Time, I had actually been on the TLC reality show, I Love a Mama's Boy. That ended up being a big hit with my mom and my ex-girlfriend. And essentially, that ended up driving up my following in the United States and then also the international following. I had a big fan base from Taiwan. And that was basically around the time that the Bitcoin conference had taken place. And I had a company reach out to me and ask if, I was interested in the NFT space, if I was familiar with it. And I have friends who, are athletes and other actors who have also launched their own line. So I thought it could be a cool opportunity to really get a hands-on experience in the NFT space. And the more I did that, I got to go down to Miami. I got to meet a lot of great people at the Bitcoin conference and really understand so much more about not only the face value of the NFTs that Chris spoke to, but also the utility behind it, what that means, the ability for me to not only have something that's a digital asset, pertaining to my own career, but also that gives back to the fans. I get a ton of DMs of people who would ask for different things like modeling advice or, what's the best way to break into Hollywood or what, like just all these different types of fan experiences. And, I thought that if I could, attribute something that would be cool for my fans to hang on to, but also a way that I can engage and interact with them, that it would be a win-win. And it's truly proven to be beneficial. And I've learned so much about the space in the time being. So it's been great.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for coming on and chatting. It was a pleasure really having you on the show and kind of getting the chance to get to know you. And Chris, if there's anything you want to add, feel free. But I want to thank you again for always being the expert at hand and giving us the sound advice that we need to enter the space.
No, thanks for having me back, Sen. And Michael, it's great to meet you.
Likewise. Right. Thank you both.
Yeah.
Absolutely, guys. You have to check out Mike Boornazian. He's on the gram at mboorn, Boorn. Check out Chris Pulley at CCP Digital. And remember, my advice is step 1, buy Ethereum through a regulated broker or exchange. Step 2, set up a MetaMask wallet and transfer your Ether into the wallet. Step 3, connect to an NFT marketplace. You guys know the big ones. Crypto.com is one of them. Not my specific recommendation, but it's a familiar place. Step 4, buy your NFT using Ether from your MetaMask wallet. Make sure you're doing it right and make sure you're doing your research. That was our Crypto Frontier segment brought to us by CCP Digital. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. We'll be right back after this.